Chris Eubank Sr. names the hardest hitter he ever faced. Chris Eubank Sr. is credited with being one of the greatest British fighters of all time. During his outstanding professional career, Eubank captured and held the WBO world title at both middleweight and super middleweight during the early 1990s. His fierce rivalry with countryman Nigel Benn remains one of the intense feuds of British boxing history, which saw them share the ring twice in 1990 and 1993 respectively. Eubank was victorious in their first encounter, but their rematch was declared a split decision draw after a thrilling 12 rounds. Eubank would eventually move up to cruiserweight in the final few years of his tenure, unsuccessfully challenging WBO champion and countryman Carl Thompson on 2 occasions. In an interview with CWC VIP, Eubank made no mistake in naming Nigel Benn as the hardest puncher he had ever faced, claiming he had dynamite in his hands. It was Nigel Benn he hit with what they refer to as dynamite. Some people hit you and it's a knock, and however hard the knock is it starts dissipating immediately, or the concussion or the impact of the shot starts dissipating immediately. With Nigel it stayed with you for like a second and a half. A third fight between Eubank and Benn never came to fruition for one reason or another, despite there being multiple calls for the fierce rivals to lock horns for a final time. Over 30 years on from the culmination of their bitter feud, the sons of both fighters are set to face each other when Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn meet at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on April 26, in what has been described by many as one of the biggest fights in recent British boxing history.